They'll literally send you a letter threatening you, like, we're gonna sue you, we're gonna fine you, we're gonna, all these crazy things, like, stop selling it, you're not authorized. It's scary, right? I remember the first time I got one, I'm like, am I gonna get sued? Like, am I gonna have to go to court? And essentially what's going on here is certain brands, hey, what's going on? Steve here, Rake and Profit. And in this video, I wanted to talk about what to do if you get a letter in the mail from a law firm telling you to stop selling a product, or if they're threatening to sue you. One of the most common names of one of these companies or reps that work for various brands on Amazon is Voorhees. I'll put a little screenshot of what this looks like, but I've received probably, I don't know, 15 or 20 of these over the last 3 years. And I wanted to discuss what to do if you get these, because I mean, it's scary, right? I remember the first time I got one, I'm like, am I gonna get sued? Like, am I gonna have to go to court? And essentially what's going on here is certain brands, they team up with law firms to essentially protect unauthorized sellers from listing, on their listings, right, for their products. And it's unfortunate, right, that they do this. Amazon should really figure out a better way to do this instead of having law firms contacting you and threatening to sue you. And I mean, some of the verbiage that they put into these letters that they send you is like really, really scary. So what do you do? Like, what should your mindset be? And I want to say, like, obviously I'm not a lawyer. This isn't this isn't like I guess like advice of like what you should. I'm just sharing what I personally do and what I've heard from other people, right? So obviously, seek professional advice if you're concerned about it. But essentially, it's a big scare tactic from my understanding with these companies. Like, they'll literally send you a letter threatening you, like, we're gonna sue you, we're gonna fine you, we're gonna, all these crazy things, like, stop selling it, you're not authorized. Like, are you gonna get sued? Probably not, right? It's probably a 99.9% chance you're not gonna get sued. Now, if you're selling thousands of a product and you're unauthorized and they keep sending you letters 4, 5, 6, 7, and eventually maybe they start sending you like overnight letters from FedEx, like that's when you probably should get scared, in my opinion. Again, is this advice for what you should do? Like, no. But the question is, like, are you gonna get sued and like, have to pay all this money? Probably not, okay? Now, should you continue to sell an item where like these lawyers are sending you these letters, Voorhees, whatever, different law firms? No, like what I do is I stop selling it, okay? So typically I just sell through my inventory. Now, I typically only have 1 or 2 products. Since I'm doing eBay to Amazon, I don't have 50 or 100. So if you do have 50, 100, 200, 300, then maybe that's a different story. You might want to maybe get some better advice in this YouTube video, because I'm not really sure what to do. But I'll typically stop selling the product. I'll tell my team to stop buying the product. And if I have a lot in inventory, which I've never had before, then maybe I would consider liquidating it and just selling it on eBay or at a different marketplace, because I feel like if you're getting letters in the mail, there's a higher likely chance you're going to get an IP complaint. And if you don't have invoices and you're not an authorized seller, even if you're a wholesaler, right? There's wholesalers, people think that selling wholesale is the safest way in the world. Like, yeah, it's a lot safer than thrifting, eBay to Amazon, so on and so forth. But even traditional online arbitrage or wholesale, you can get IP complaints and you can get in trouble. So if you're getting these letters in the mail and they're saying you're not authorized, I'd probably stop selling. I would liquidate if I had a ton. If you only have a couple, typically I just sell through. But you're probably not going to get sued again. Could you? Is there a possibility? Have there been people sued and brought to court? Yes, it's happened. People have gotten sued. But that's why you have to be very careful before you purchase a product. If you're not authorized, okay, it doesn't matter if you have invoices or not. If you don't literally have authorization from the brand and manufacturer, they can literally come after you and you can get in trouble. So if I get hit with a letter about a particular brand, will I stop selling every single ASIN within that brand? Not necessarily, but I found it's the more popular current stuff that is just like really popular, fast selling, low BSRs that they're typically coming after you with. A lot of times the discontinued older stuff, they'll kind of leave you alone per that ASIN, whereas if there's an ASIN that's a lot more popular and current, typically they're coming after you for that. So that's my thoughts. Am I an expert with this? No. Am I a lawyer? No. Should you listen to everything I'm saying? No. Like, take it with a grain of salt. Put a comment down below. Is there anything that you would add to this conversation, and what do you do in that situation? I've heard of other sellers, they'll continue selling it and they're just like, screw this company. I'm not that ballsy. I get a little scared, and again, I don't have those legit invoices. And even if I did have the invoices, maybe it's still not going to matter. But I'm a little more, risk averse. I don't want to be playing that game, so I typically stop selling. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Thanks for watching. Much love.